Yo, yo, greetings. Yes, yes.
Sorry, technical difficulties.
Welcome to Epic Blasian, to our live blog. I had a subscriber. He asked, I asked people, what type of videos they want to see. He wanted us to do a video on, I think it was touring visas or K2 visas. So I promised I'll make a video. So I haven't forgot. So we're going to discuss that about the visa thingy, and just log into my blog. I had a subscriber. He asked, you gotta love it. Let me get into my live chat here so I can have. Give me 1 quick second. Okay, so anyway, we're going to discuss, I guess, some things. All right, now we probably answered this question about 1 trillion times, but everybody chooses to ask the same questions over and over again. So we're going to try and clear this up. Come on a little bit, baby. Get into this camera. Maybe I'll just slide it over towards you a little bit. There you go. Now I need to like shrink and come over to you. All right. So let's see here.
You can just explain it to them, but
okay. So one of the questions one of the subscribers had was we're talking about how to get the fiance visa. Do you remember the process we went through that?
Mm-mm.
It was like 5 years ago. So basically, from my memory of it, it wasn't like.
Personalized it.
Yeah, no, I just wanted a little bit of air real quick. It wasn't like too complicated. And the lighting situation is kind of funny because the sun's like beaming this way, so we're all like bright and like weird. But anyway, so when it comes to all right, I'll just take it from the top. When I was talking to her, she came over on a touring visa, and the touring visa was good for about 90 days or so.
Well, it just depends. Sometimes some people get it more than half a year, sometimes 3 months. It just depends. Sometimes 5 years.
Yeah, and she got the maximum amount approved.
No, I have the one for half a year.
Yeah, that's the maximum amount approved.
No, some people get it 5 years.
They do?
Mm-hmm.
You sure that's not a working one?
No.
Okay. So she basically came over here for 6 months, and we got married after about 3 months?
Mm-hmm.
After 3 months. But we had dated online for 2 years. And, we chatted back and forth through Yahoo Messenger, doing video chats. So then she came over here, and then we got married. Now, the thing is, when it comes to K1, there's different ways. There's like K3, there's like K1, fiance visa. I mean, the quickest way, honestly, is just if they come on a touring visa, you can marry them, but you have to prove that you didn't intend on doing that from the start. So that's kind of like totally up to you. So
Yeah, just the adjustment of status. That's what they say.
yeah, the adjustment of status. So that's kind of how we handle that one. She just like the fan. I don't like that fan. That's too noisy.
Mm-hmm. Continue about it.
No, I'm just laughing because the light is like so bright over here. But anyway, so yeah, this has been like 5 years. So I'm trying to like bring up
Yeah.
the memory of it. it's kind of.
You're the one who wants to discuss this thing, so
Well,
I
I
hope
mean,
you understand it.
we have Manny 108 and greetings, Manny 108. She said, "What is your wife's nationality?" She's 100% Chinese. Her mom and dad are Chinese. The whole family's from what part of China are they from?
Hokkien. I don't know because I live in Indonesia.
Hokkien is the language.
Because I don't live there, so I don't know.
No, I said what part?
I don't know.
I thought you said they were like from. You had
Well,
told me.
they lived in Indonesia now, so.
No,
I mean,
but your parents, what part did they come from?
I don't know, Bobby, honestly.
She told me once before. She just forgot about it. That's all. I don't know if it was from the northern part of China, but she had told me before. So basically, they come from China, and so she's Chinese, and of course I'm African American. So she was born and raised in Jakarta, Indonesia. So she speaks a couple languages. What did she tell us, Bobby? Tell us the languages you speak.
No, I speak. Bobby, stop annoying me.
Somebody said don't fight. IT012. She said don't fight.
Yeah, I know. He's aggravating people.
So you can read some of the questions too. Hold your phone. So you can read some of the questions too.
I'm sorry, say again.
Hold your phone so you can read some of the questions too.
Well, my phone doesn't show. That's fine, but just use one phone only.
Ay. Let's go. Somebody said how cute. All right. So for those of you joining us, this is pretty much a Q&A. So blast away with your questions, and we'll answer them. But back to what we're saying. So basically, she got married. We got married on a touring visa about 3 months after she was here, and basically you just apply for adjustment of status. You just go to the websites. There's a good website called Visa Journey, right?
Yeah, visajourney.com.
Go to visajourney.com and
like a forum, and you can have you can ask actually so many. I mean, as much questions as you want about touring visa, about how to a lot of adjustment of status or K1 visa and stuff like that. So we learn a lot from there, and we ask questions on how to do the paperwork and the payment stuff and whatever.
Yeah, it's pretty straightforward, all the paperwork. And people that have gone ahead of you, they put their time frames of when they filed for adjustment of status, when they got paperwork for different things, like Social Security, work visa, and all that. Controlling. That's her. I just asked her to hold the phone, which we originally agreed upon.
I don't want it, Bobby, because mine is not showing anything. See, mine is not showing anything.
It's not showing anything because you have to go to the live blog, and then you press that right there. All you had to do was ask me, and I would have told you. Lift that up, and there you go. Oh my gosh, it's so simple.
Well, just now it's not showing the video.
I Chinese.
I tell you the truth.
I Chinese. I Chinese. Yeah, we got a new car. It's actually been in the videos, but I just uploaded the video where we're actually browsing to go get it. So yeah, it's a 2015 Honda Fit EXL. That's pretty cool. Oh, no. He said, do not behave as a white man. My brother, she is your equal.
What? She's your equal.
Yeah. No, everything we do is always 50-50. I'm just messing with her because I wanted her to, read the questions together so I don't have to hold it. And she's like, yeah, I'll do it. And now she's not doing it. But that's fine if she does want to hold it. So anyway, yeah, after 3 months, we got married off of that touring visa. And you just basically have to do the adjustment of status. You go to the website, it's pretty good. Make sure you do everything really, really go overboard with it, like with your paperwork. Proof, you got to show like your emails, like you guys, communicated for like a year or two. Make sure you print out your emails. You're going to organize it. You'll see on that website, it'll have a section, and what they'll give you an example of how to file everything. Best thing to do is just go overboard with everything. Photos, emails, bank statements, everything. Print a lot of everything, and it's your job to prove it to them. Yeah. So as long as you do that, you should be pretty good. Yeah, we like Florida. Are you guys going to have any children? Yes. Yes, we're going to have kids. Well, most likely going to get working on that this year because we've been married for 5 years. I wanted to be married for at least 2 years before the kids start popping out like this pop-o-matic bubble. So we've been married now for 5 years. So I definitely want to have kids start this year. And I think it's going to be interesting to see, how they turn out.
Did you read this one? Many say he was married to a Japanese woman before, but was divorced a while back.
I was married to a Japanese woman before, but we divorced a while back. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. What happened, if you don't mind me asking?
And this one, how cute. Thank you.
This is what it's great to do.
That's intrusive. They read your emails. What do you mean?
It's not.
Well, you don't have to provide.
Yeah, you don't have to provide like all your emails. It's whatever you want to provide as proof. Like you have to prove that you guys were communicating with each other.
That's a real relationship.
That it's a real relationship.
Yeah.
So that's it. We were very fortunate and very blessed that.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I didn't mean to cut you off.
We're very blessed and fortunate that when we went there, we were in and out in less than 5 minutes. 5 minutes of talking with the guy. It took us longer to wait to be seen, and then after we saw the guy, we're in and out in less than 5 minutes. He asked us basically 2 questions, looked at the thing. Because I had a huge book. I'm not sure if you want to grab that book, but it's a huge.
It's like a binder, like a 3-inch binder.
It's a huge binder. We got the subjects, table of contents, and bank statements. We had everything organized because we read this one guy. He's like, be extreme, go overboard. So we printed out pictures. We had like a stack of pictures. We brought everything. And so when we send out the information too, we sent out everything. Blackanese.
Blackanese. Mr. Ice say, what's up? What's up, though? Sup, though? Is that a slang? Right?
What's up, though? Mr. Ice code. What's up? Welcome. That's when I was in the military before we were married for 8 years. We just grew apart. Okay. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that. Hopefully, you'll find somebody else.
Absolutely.
That you won't grow apart.
Yeah.
And that you can be happy with.
Absolutely right.
What are our jobs? We're just the traditional American people working the blue collar desk jobs.
Yeah.
Nothing special, just your traditional jobs. A lot of my jobs have been like
conventional jobs.
Yeah, I've done everything from roofing, customer service, data entry. Growing up, working at fast food, cashiering, everything. So I've pretty much done everything. Lovely couple. Thank you so much. And always want to, give a shout out to everybody that's in the room. So I just want to give a shout out real quick to Manny108, iTuber012, the one with the Asian language. And let's see, Mr. Ice Cold, I want to say what's up. Ever thought of moving back to Asia or anywhere else abroad? Lily brought me here. Okay, cool. Yeah, I've been watching Lily.
Yeah, we have been watching Lily since many years ago.
Right? Actually, before I was married to her,
Yeah.
I watched her back in, let's see, it's 2016. I want to say almost 8, 9, or whatever years. When she first started her channel, I know she used to have Blasian Family Channel. Now it's Lily Pedal's channel. When she had her channel and she had about 600 subscribers, I had an old channel. And back then I had about 300 and something subscribers. And then I deleted my channel and I went offline for over a year or so. And then she kept doing it. So, she's like over 30,000 now. And I look back on it now and I kind of think about it. I said, man, I should have kept that channel kept going, because I probably would have been like 30, 50,000. Because I mean, it was growing, but it was just, I had too many people that were like emailing me like throughout the day. I couldn't get nothing done. So I just, I wasn't trying to be YouTube famous or anything like that. So I just let it go at the time. But yeah, we've been watching Lily for years. It's not how much you make, it's how much you save. True.
That's it.
Yeah.
If you make a lot and you spend a lot, no point, right?
Yeah. So you definitely want to be smart with your finances. But
Yeah.
my wife is Chinese. I'm African American. It's a great combination. Yeah. So yeah, we watch Lily's channel. I've been watching her since when she first went to China, and she couldn't send any emails or anything in China. And then there was like a group of people that were like asking her when she's going to come back. And finally, when she get back to America, she went back on her channel. And then she's like, well, you guys are, you're still emailing me, I'm so happy. And that's when she started her channel back officially around that time. So yeah. And someone sent us something in Chinese. What does that say?
你好，你的名字是什么？
What are we doing?
No, he asked me what's my name. 法
Um,
琼，
Stay in Chinese.
我的名字是陈法琼。
沃瑟.
Well, you missed this question. What attracted you to your husband meeting him online? Can you answer that for me, Bobby?
So shy. Okay. What's Jamie? What attracted? I actually put this in the other blog, and I just want to the other Q&A we did last night. I just want to apologize because my brother and my friend Dave were over, and it was in Madhouse. We were watching movies. He was on a laptop. He was on a computer, so it's just loud. But to answer your question, you know how you get spam email? Fast forward, go back to like the year 2008, before a lot of this stuff was mainstream. I kept getting this spam email from Christian Cafe, and I kept deleting it and spamming it out. It kept coming back. I'm like, how is it coming back after I spam it out? I didn't understand it, so I just clicked on it, and then I'm just like, well, let me just see what this is, because they keep sending it to me and I can't get rid of it. It's like a sign from God, a message from God or something. So I joined. I said, oh my gosh, people can't find a girl, they're online. What losers. I'm just joking. No, but I just clicked on it because I just want to see what was going on. I was like, well, let me see what people online dating do. So I went online and I joined, and about 10 seconds after I clicked submit, this girl hit me up and she was like, hey, you're interested? You want to talk? And it wasn't her. And I was just chatting with different girls around the country, and I stumbled across her ugly photo.
Actually, you mentioned this also on the broadcast.
That's what I just said.
Yeah.
I mentioned it, but the thing is, a lot of people don't catch us with some. You have to repeat each other. So basically, I reached out to her, and she responded, and she was talking to another guy at the time. I talked to her for maybe about
Well, but I'm being honest to you though at the time.
I didn't say you weren't. She was honest. She's like, I just want to be honest with you that there was someone else talking to you before you. And I was like, cool, peace out. I ain't playing second. You know, saying this ride or die. So I was like, cool, man. There's so many girls online. I was like, all right, peace. I said, don't worry about it. And then the next day, she's like, okay, I'm no longer talking to her. I was like, oh, that was quick.
It's not the next.
Yeah, it was the next day. The next day, she got rid of that dude quick.
No,
I was like, yeah, go to man. There was a couple more girls on the holler at me. So she got rid of him quick.
It's funny. What type of music do you guys enjoy? So it was, well, to finish the questions, I mean, to what attracted you to your husband meeting him online, you know, you want to finish it, Papa?
Oh, you can finish it.
No, I'll let you finish it. It's just.
Well, they're asking you what attracted you to me. Like, what was it about me?
Because we were just talking. I mean, you know, I didn't plan to actually make him my boyfriend or anything like that. You know, just talking and then we just enjoy each other. And then, you know, that's how it goes. Bobby. Now, what type of movie?
Well, you told me that it's the humor that you're attracted.
Yeah, he is funny, so he always make me laugh.
Yeah, because
so that's
she
the
was
reason.
She was overseas and we weren't in person, so you know, you have to make light of it sometimes and just have some fun. Okay.
Bobby.
Oh, go ahead. What was the next question?
What type of music do you guys enjoy? Various music.
What type of music do we enjoy? It's different. We're a little older now. I like all types of music, but I don't really listen to too much music. I mean, basically, I
don't like anything loud and hardcore music.
It just depends. Like basically, I like classical, symphonic orchestra. I like to listen to movie soundtracks. You know, like Hans Zimmer or John Williams or different composers. Because I was in a band when I grew up and I played the trumpet, so I like you know, symphony and symphonic music like that. I mean, growing up as a kid, you know, of course, you heard everything from rock, reggae, rap, country, R&B, heavy metal, everything. So I know all the songs and everything, but I don't listen to them. It's very rare that you'll catch me really listen to stuff. I might like just turn on some classical music or maybe listen to somebody playing the piano or the harp. I just like traditional music, something that makes you feel good. Most of the music I listen to today is just depressing. And they're not talking about nothing. It's the same thing. You know, rapping about money, hoes, and sex and all that. I don't have time for that. When you're like 16, 17, you know, you're in high school, that's cool to you. But when you're an adult and, you know,
you just don't have time. That's pretty much what you do.
I'm not saying adults don't listen to rap. Some people still do. But I wouldn't want to be like 50, 60 years old. Still listen to rap and like, yeah, you know, life is about. So it's like, dude, grow up, man. You know what I'm saying? The people rapping about aren't even living that lifestyle. But enough of that. All right.
How long have you all been together? We met online in 2008, and then we dated for 2 years, and then we got married like August 2010, and then, you know, until now, 5 years of marriage.
So 5, 6, 7 going on 8 years this year. Look at this. Don't you love Samsung? Show yours, babe.
So, Broly
Galaxy Note 4. Can't wait for the 6 to come out this year.
FR. It's the same stuff.
I asked because I joined this site. I need advice. This is Brolycon.
Yeah. He was the one who asked what attracted you to your husband meeting him online.
When you said you joined this site, are you saying you joined Christian Cafe or you joined
dating site, pretty much, probably. Let's just say dating site.
Maybe he joined the visa journey.
I think it's a dating site.
Oh, okay.
I guess. Maybe. I could be wrong.
You know what's funny? Because when I joined that site, I didn't know. Because they give you, like, at the time, they gave you 7 free days.
7 or 2 weeks, I think.
I think I remember 7. Well,
okay.
We'll just say 7. It's been so many years. At the time, we'll just say they gave us 7 or 5 free days. And then 2 weeks later, you can request more time. So it was actually girls I was chatting with. They taught me how to, like, in your description, put like your email encoded. So they're the ones that taught me how to cheat. It's the same stuff every day. Not quite sure what that means, but yeah.
Maybe about the music. Oh, how long have you all been together? Oh, he joined Christian Cafe.
Okay, Christian Cafe, cool.
Cool.
Yeah, now
We haven't been in there for so long, so
I mean, I peeked. I told you in another video I had peeked in there just to see what it was like. That was it. I just looked at the interface. It looked almost basically the same.
No,
It's slightly different, but I mean, it's pretty much the same. Like, here's the thing with Christian Cafe, what I try to tell people. As a guy, it's your job to do the hunting. It's just a woman's job to present herself and make herself available. But a lot of guys are just too lazy. They just want, something to fall in the sky, and they don't understand, man, I had to put in work. I wasn't like guided to her page by just, changing a couple things around. I had to actually look at stats. I had to so you had to switch up the age bracket. You had to switch up the availability, marriage-minded, open to possibilities. You had to work with those things, and you had to look at locations. You had to leave that location open. You just had to keep switching stuff around, and different varieties pop up. And so, yeah, that's pretty much what you have to do. By that, I mean the music today.
Yeah, it's all the same stuff.
Yeah. I mean, you hear people, you read people's comments, they're like, rap's not what it was when we were growing up. That rap is just straight whatever now.
It's just sometimes the spirit behind it too,
Yeah.
Maybe when you hear so much rap or something so hardcore and whatever, that makes you more, it's emotionally, psychologically, it can, what do you call it, Pape, drive you or affect you to act. Can you help me?
Yeah, I mean, music definitely influences you to do stuff. Because, you're not going to be riding out with your homies to go do a dropout, listen to Mozart. You know what I'm saying? So you're going to identify with what music is projecting the image or whatever. So, yeah. All right. And let's see. Did we miss any questions here? Trying to give other people that missed the broadcast yesterday to pop on in, because I got a lot of messages. Oh, man, I missed this, So if you got questions, go ahead and hit them up. That's what we're here for. Most of the time when we do live vlogging, we do it on Periscope. So a lot of people aren't familiar with Periscope, but it's an app that you can go to the App Store, the Play Store, or to the Apple Store. It's free, and you can broadcast like we're doing on YouTube live 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and you can view people's cell phones all around the world. So it's very interesting. So basically, I do a lot of live broadcasting on Periscope, and people ask us questions. And it's usually a bit more funny because we're usually traveling, going places, and comment and everything. So, yeah. But I decided, well, let me just go ahead and do this, because there are some people that aren't up to, to effect. They don't know about Periscope.
True.
Yeah, it affects us in a negative way. And yes, we're gonna have kids. That's probably like the second question. Where did you meet? And when are you gonna have kids? We're going to have kids. Since we first got married, I've always wanted to have a daughter. And I wanted to have a daughter first. And I know, like in Chinese tradition, they always want a son first, but I've always wanted a daughter because my cousin Miracle, her dad and her were close. And so I always was impressed by the relationship. And so I always said, I have a daughter, I want to be close with her like my uncle was when he was alive. So that's why I always wanted a daughter first. So I want a girl first, and then I can have a son. But yes, we're definitely going to have kids, at least one, and we'll go start working on it this year. So I closed my Facebook page down. I'm creating another Facebook page. It's going to be for my Forever Settled YouTube page. So we're going to be over there like all the time, uploading videos. And I'll open that one up to the public. So if you want to join on that one when I create it, and I have a Twitter account over there, I'll be more active on that. And let's see here. They're so hungry, man. People are trying to come over and eat. Just to come over here and just eat, because we feed them. See what happens when you spoil people? I will mess with them and say no food.
Well, did they ask for food? No, right?
No, but you know they want some food. What do you want me to tell them?
Yeah, they can.
I'm gonna say almost.
That's to say almost, but it takes time for them to come over anyway. Okay.
No, I'm saying almost finished. Okay, go ahead. Look at the next question.
There's no next questions, but thank you very much, you guys, for hanging out with us today.
You said that like you were closing it up.
Oh no, because what can I say? What story can I tell?
Tell them about life back home in Indonesia.
It was so much different compared to here, so it is a total adjustment for me because I came from Jakarta. I was born and raised in Indonesia, and I live in Jakarta, so that's like the capital city of Indonesia, and we have 11 or 12 million people maybe over there right now. I don't know, so it's totally different with Florida here. It's just like over there, you meet people all the time. You hear noise all the time. So when I first came over here, it's like everything is so quiet.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot about that.
This is like you're in the resort or something. That's weird. Nobody's saying it, and you cannot even hear cars and stuff like that. It's just different.
Because when we were dating, I used to call her up all the time on the computer, and I'd hear I'm like, are you like near? Is there like a door or window open? Or like, are you near the expressway, the street or something? Because you always hear like
there's always background noises like dog barking,
the Muslim siren going off in the background, people screaming, dogs barking, cars going by.
Everything. People selling stuff, people talking and everything. You hear everything. It's just like.
I think Indonesia is like what, the third largest populated country in the world or something like that, or fourth?
In terms of the most populated country, maybe the third, I think, if I'm not wrong.
So yeah, it's pretty big. So when she came over here, she's like, wow, it's so quiet. I said, that's good. You know, coming from that fast pace of life, now you can just sit back and chill and relax.
Yeah.
And, now she's gotten used to it. And I told her, I said, when you go back home, it's going to be hectic again.
Yeah, I know. I understand why people say Florida is like a retirement place. Yeah, it is. It is true.
Yeah, so when we were dating, she used to send me these videos, and she would be walking on the streets in the market in Asia, and for her, she can just go on the street and the street vendors, and you can eat.
Yeah.
And they got hundreds of restaurants, and they got more variety of food than they have here in the United States.
Absolutely, yeah.
And different fruits and stuff. And I know there are different cities that have like Asian populations, like California and New York. Different places have like Chinatown, all that. And you'll probably find more Asian variety foods and stuff in certain areas. But here in Florida, it's not.
Okay, Brawley-Khan is asking, will you visit China? Sorry, so many questions. Don't be sorry. This is
what we're here.
Yeah.
This is why we're here. We're doing this now. I'm not sure when we're going to do this again, if I may ever do it again. So ask all the questions you want. Get them in now. Because a lot of times people might be scared to ask a question, or they want to ask a question, or, whatever. If you have a question about videos.
We're just normal people, so don't worry. Just ask questions. If we can answer, we'll answer it. So, will you visit China? Absolutely. I want to visit China again. I've been there for a holiday a couple times, and that was just it. I went to Shenzhen. I went to Hong Kong. Well, Hong Kong is part of China now. And
you don't say that. No, I'm joking.
And other city that I don't remember the name of. So yeah, I will visit there. Absolutely. Maybe go to the Great Wall and Shanghai, Beijing, and stuff like that. Do you watch Loser Lawway in China channel? I think my husband watched a couple of his videos.
Yeah, here's the thing. I saw his channel I saw his channel when I actually had my Epic Blasian the first time I had it up, I think, which is over a year ago. He had actually made a comment on one of my, actually it was probably it was well over a year ago, but he had made a comment on one of the videos I had called Mandarin Chit Chat, and he was saying some stuff. So I clicked on his channel and I watched his videos, and he was he had a daughter at the time, and she was playing with like a tablet.
Yeah, one thing I remember about it is he has a very smart daughter.
Yeah,
It's awesome.
yeah. So I think I reached out and contacted him maybe about a month or so ago on his old channel, and I mentioned that, and he was like, "Oh man, you remember my old channel?" I was like, "Yeah, I remember your daughter." So yeah, I don't know. Back then, it wasn't Loser Lao Way. It was this what was his channel called?
I don't know. I just remember at that time his daughter is still like a little baby, maybe less than a year or something, and she was just
So smart.
she has tons of vocabularies. I don't know how you say it. Vocabularies. Sorry about my English. So, she's just so quick. She play with a tablet with all the pictures or whatever, and then I think the parents flip over the thing for her or not. She just mentioned everything that's flip over on the tablet. She knows everything, so it's just awesome.
Yeah. So I watched the channel. I saw some of his videos recently, and I was just like, "What the heck happened to this dude's channel?" I mean, back then he was kind of he was depressed. I mean, they say he was depressed because he was trying to get back to America, and he was. I mean, it's the truth. It's on his channel. So he was like having some difficulties with things that are going on in this country and stuff. So he, and now all the stuff that's on his channel now was I was kind of like, what's going on his channel? But that's his channel. All right. Next question here.
Maybe you like to tell them what we like to do, what we enjoy doing.
What we like to do?
Watching movies.
Movies.
Yeah.
Now it's funny because when I was I don't say when I was growing up, but
Excuse me.
when I was before she came over, I was always watching my Asian cinema, because I collect Asian cinema, like Chinese movies and Japanese movies and stuff like that. So of course I love my Korean soaps. So I would be at home watching Korean soaps, and I'm like, I can't wait till I get married so I can watch this with my wife, so we can sit there and laugh.
Yeah, I love Korean soaps.
And so when she came, that's exactly what we did. And then she'd be crying. I'm like, are you crying? Shut up. Or watch a Chinese movie this and she's all crying. I feel like teardrops like splashing somewhere, and I look and she's crying.
Splashing, Papa.
Yeah. It's coming out like a faucet. So let's see, make sure this refreshes. So go ahead, guys, if you got questions, shoot them away.
What you guys been doing these days? What's new?
What's your favorite soap? Like what's your favorite soap? Korean soap, Taiwanese soap, Japanese soap, What's your favorite soap? What do you recommend? Like, I'll give you a couple.
Maybe there was a local soap. What would you be?
Yeah, I mean, growing up, American soaps suck. I'm sorry. It's just all like, who slept with who? It's like, Brenda, you slept with Johnny Kid, you slut. It's like, who can go to the bed quickest? It's like, it's like ridiculously funny. And Asian soaps are like funny with drama, and I just don't watch American soaps because I don't know. Even growing up back in the 80s and stuff. I mean, I used to watch a couple, and I can see why some people would be addicted. But Asian soaps are just more fun, So, all right. So some of our, what do you want to say? Some of their favorite soaps. One of my favorite actors is Rain. I like him. He's cool. I first saw him in Full House back in 2005, and then he had another one, Love to Kill, and then he did the movie A Girlfriend is a Cyborg, But That's Okay. Then I saw him in a part in.
You like the Ninja Assassin?
Yeah, I saw him in a part in Speed Racer. He had a part in there, and then Ninja Assassin. So he's a good singer and he's a good actor. I like the way he transitioned over.
Broliton is asking, does your husband take Chinese lessons? No, he doesn't. But he used to watch some Chinese lessons video in YouTube.
Yeah.
Right?
Before she came over, because I grew up around Asian people my entire life. Like I said in so many videos, my parents' house, my next door neighbors, they're Filipino Pacific Islanders. I had a friend way down the street. He was Cambodian. We used to go over there and learn about Cambodian, playing music, listen to it, laughing. So then the area where I'm at is just heavily populated with Asians. So you got, Vietnamese, Cambodian, Laos, Thai, and then you go to school, there was Japan, Japanese, Korean. So I've pretty much been exposed to everybody. So I grew up around Asians my entire life. And I love, because I'm into martial arts and everything growing up. So I was watching a lot of cinema. And maybe around 1995 when I really got back into watching Chinese movies because of Gong Li, my favorite Chinese actress at the time, and watching her movies again made me want to study Chinese. And you have to understand, 95, way before the internet. And then later on, fast forward years later, then I started to go online looking for pen pals online and have people teach me Chinese. And then I had a pen pal. I had a friend from Fujian, China, and we used to video chat. His name was Louis, and he used to teach me all the Chinese that I want. And then there's Chinese people here, so I would practice on them. And I see people coming from China, and they come in and I practice words, and they're like, oh, if you speak a little Chinese, they're like an instant connection. So
Hello, ni hao.
So yeah, I was definitely practicing Chinese, and I think I said this in the video yesterday that most of the Chinese people were kind of, I don't know if it's northern, I'd say, but they have the and everything. So like you say, 不是, it has the and when I met her, she said 不是, and I didn't like the s, I like the I like the Beijing accent with everything has an R in it.
I guess Brolican is interested in Chinese women, so that's why.
Yeah, I almost went to school down here,
fine.
and I almost took a Chinese lesson once.
Yeah, whoever you pick, as long as she's a good girl, that's fine.
Yeah. All right. Any more questions, guys? Hit us up. Let us know, let us know, let us know.
I am sleepy, Bobby.
I am sleepy. I am sleepy. So anyway, we got more videos on the way. Yesterday I was actually saying it wrong. I have the Jacksonville Zoo video that I need to edit and upload where we went to the zoo.
That was old.
Yeah, but it's still.
Maybe we have to check out the chimpanzee again at the zoo. That was old.
That was only like a couple of years.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. It's like 1080p and it still looks brand new. When they see it, it's gonna be like they're watching us right now. So I've got the trip we went to Louisville, Kentucky. I have the zoo video.
That's like 4 or 5 years old.
Yeah, no, that one's coming. That one's just 480.
That's
So that
ancient.
was dated, so that I would definitely show. But so I got the zoo. I have the St. Augustine. I have the fair part 2. I need to upload one on the rides. I have a bunch of videos, man.
You want to say something meaningful to them, Bobby? Something encouraging, something.
I'm gonna say something meaningful to you. Otherwise, this is a waste of time.
Yeah, something motivating stuff. Oh, okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm saying this.
I know.
Give me a kiss.
Oh wait, come on.
No, but I just want to say that we do appreciate you guys. Taking your time out, asking questions, and logging on to Epic Blasian. And so I just figured I'd just give this live video thing a chance, because most of the time we do live, it's on Periscope. So you can always follow us on Twitter and Instagram and Periscope for live vlogging. I'm not sure how often I do this, so I figured, like I said yesterday, I'd hop on and get on. So if you want to ask questions, because people have a lot of questions, and it's usually the same one. Where did you meet? Are you gonna have any kids?
Which is fine.
Yeah, it's fine. I don't mind, but
yeah, it's fine.
I mean, I know there's new people joining it all the time. So, and you get to see a little bit more behind the scenes and not just an edited video. Everything's live, so you can't make a mistake.
Yeah. We're human too. We argue. We get mad at each other.
Yeah.
Everything.
One thing I don't want to portray is this false illusion, because I mean, you know, people look to couples and stuff to draw strength and everything, but we're human. We have our arguments, we have our debates, but we love each other.
There you go.
And we wouldn't be separated for anything if I leave the room for too long. Oh, baby, where'd you go? Come back to the room. So believe me, she's the dictator. I'm the poor little innocent guy who gets beat up.
Right.
I have to taste her wrath. But no, I just wanted to say that it is fun being married, being a couple. And also, as I always state, if you're an African American or Spanish or white or whatever, and you're interested in an Asian girl, and you're watching this channel for inspiration, that's great. There are thousands, if not millions, of Asian women out there that would marry an African American guy. It has nothing to do with your skin color. You have to
it implies the same to
all
outside Asian women too.
Yeah, all races of people.
Yeah.
The thing is, people get caught up on the skin color and the customs or culture, whatever. It's you as yourself as a person. You have to learn how to communicate. You have to look at it from their standpoint too. If you're going to a country which predominantly Asian, and you know customs are different and everything, well, how are you going to attract someone? Sometimes people, all they see is Chinese people, Japanese people, Korean people. So when they see someone else, it's kind of interesting because it's out of the norm. And especially here in America, we know it's no big deal. I mean,
absolutely,
you go down the street and see Black and Asian couples all the time. I mean, that's nothing special. But you know, certain countries, I know certain parts of certain countries, it's just strictly all Asian, or let's just face it, let's be honest here.
Majority are Asian.
Yeah, I'm not going to sit here and act like people aren't racist in this world. You and I both know that the world we live in is pretty racist, and all racists are racist. Asian people, you can go into forums and they're fighting each other. You know, it could be Chinese versus Japan, Japan versus Korea. It could be white versus black. It could be light-skinned black person versus dark-skinned black person. Spanish people, the brighter they are, they think they're closer to white, or they mistreat the darker people, you know, and you got different like customs and like certain countries, whatever, you know, they want to bleach their skin white, they want the double eyelid surgery, you know, they want to get bigger eyeballs because of the European people, whatever, came there and pushed that false sense of beauty on people. And, you know, yeah, there's been a lot of evil people that have done some evil things in this world and just messed some stuff up. And the world's a mess. I mean, one thing I'll just say, for example, I find it funny in like India, how when you look at the soaps and the commercials and everything, they have the brightest Indian people on television. And I don't care about skin color, but I'm just sitting here watching this. I'm like, I ain't never seen so many people like that, man. It's like the whole continent is dark.
Yeah, that's why sometimes the TV and everything portrays something that you're supposed to look like this, you're supposed to be like this, you're supposed to have this type of shape. But don't, how do you say it, Bobby? Don't stress yourself out, or don't be something that you're not. I mean, just appreciate yourself for what the Lord has created you to be, you know.
Yeah, because I mean, it's kind of sad, you know. It's fun. It's actually laughably funny, and it's just like, it is the whitest people ever, you know. And it's like the whole country is dark, and it's like, why don't you put the actual representation of India on the screen? Because, you know, we know media and things are controlled, and people are trying to push their own ideologies on people so they can just have control and division, and people make money off all this stuff. You look on every street corner, there's, you know, places to do double eyelid surgery, or, you know, they sell skin bleaching products like it's toothpaste, you know.
Brogan is saying, I think people fall for the girl being Asian, not the person themselves. So people get disappointed when Asian girl turn them down. I learned that in life, look at the heart. That's true. That's applied in everything. So they're
and the thing is that sometimes what makes you fall for something is a seed that could be planted, or someone projected an image that this is an Asian girl. And even, I mean, I'm guilty of it myself. I had that planted into me, and that's what I saw, what I wanted. But that's actually what I got.
Yeah,
So
sometimes some people already projected black people is gonna act like this, you know, they're gonna act like whatever the society say about them, you know.
Yeah, so like, you know, me and my family, you know, growing up, people are like, oh, he doesn't talk or act black at all. He's white. It's like, well, what's acting black? You know, talking ghetto and having your pants hanging down. I mean, it's like, come on. I'm not acting white. I'm acting like I have common sense. It's not a white or black thing. But unfortunately, these are the things that we push on people. Yeah. So, I mean, it could be the same with Asian. Like, oh, an Asian girl is supposed to be this. And, you know, this person, it just depends on how they're raised. Yeah. I mean, as you were saying, you know, as well as we do, that there are a lot of scammers behind Asian women out there. They're just, you know, out to get a green card, that, oh, I love you, and you can't trust somebody cheating on you. Believe me, when I was on Christian Cafe, I came across a lot of them.
Yeah, they want to marry you the first time they chat with you.
After 2 weeks, oh, I love you. And it's like, why is every time I talk to this continent, after 2 weeks is I love you? And then I would go and I'd find they'd have more than one account. I'd catch them. Like, oh, you got another account. Oh, yeah, I don't use that one. It's like I said, you logged in yesterday, you know, and it's like, oh, yeah, I was just checking my email. It's like, you liar, you know. So it could be disappointing. You have to weed through, it's like the terrorists, no? You have to weed through the ones that are dishonest. But some people they just want to get out of their country. Let's just be honest. They'll tell you anything you want to hear because they want to get out of their country. But there are some that are interested. The best type to find are those that are just in life, enjoying their life, doing what they love to do, and then you attract them, and then you pull them over here, and you get them. It's like you ain't going.
They're good and bad people in every race, so just, you know, you switch them.
Yeah, don't expect people to fulfill you, because they're not. Only God can fulfill you and fill a void in your life. You're supposed to have that filled before you get with a person, because a lot of people get with a person and they think that person is going to complete them and fulfill them, but they're trying to get them to fill the spot that is supposed to be for God. I had to like have a relationship with God first before I met her. So when she doesn't fulfill what I want, or I don't fulfill what she wants, we learn that we're just human, and there's just a spot reserved in you that's strictly just for God, because only He can fulfill that spot, that longing in your heart. So a lot of people are disappointed in relationships. So I mean, you just have to be careful.
Yeah, people are always going to be always going to disappoint other people. Is that what I'm saying? You're always going to be disappointed with people. That's what I meant.
Yeah, you just have to understand that we're human and we're gonna make mistakes. And what you want to do is find someone who's dedicated to you and committed. So that's the fun part.
Brolican was saying it happened to me too. A Japanese girl said she was in love after 2 weeks. Blocked. Smart.
Exactly. She's in love with the possibility of that green card. Now, seriously.
If it's that easy to say you're in love with somebody, and it's very easy for them to say, I'm not in love with you anymore. So
exactly. And usually this is what I got. Oh, I've never met anybody like you. You're so special. You're so different. And 2 weeks later, oh, I love you. Oh, all the men over here in my country, you know, they cheated on me. They did this or did that. It's like, wait a minute. So you trying to tell me everybody in this country is a cheater and a player and a hustler? I was like, come on, man. I was born, but I wasn't born yesterday. So you just have to be careful and watch out for the signs. And yeah, but the good news is there are a lot of people out there that are single and, you know, get married. So don't lose hope. And you can have whatever you want. Korean, Japanese, Cambodian, Laos, Thai, Vietnamese, Latino, white, black. I love all women. All women are beautiful. So,
man,
there's hope.
You're just greedy.
Greedy. All right, and let's see here. Make sure mine is current.
It is 4:31 p.m. over here, Eastern Standard Time
lower
in Florida.
Let me make sure I got everything.
Mine is kind of delaying. See that? It looks different.
You gotta bring it down and bring it back up, and then.
Well, earlier it's not showing.
Okay, so yeah, thanks for joining Epic Blasian. This is a kind of a Q&A, so you get to see how we are, you know, in front of a camera. We're on a Monday, or we're just chilling and everything. So thanks to everybody for subscribing. Thanks everybody for the comments and for the questions. If you have any more questions, go ahead and throw them, hit us up real quick, let us know, put them out there, ask away.
Go to San Francisco melting pot for Asian girls. Yeah,
it's funny.
I have a lot of friends over there too.
It's funny you said that, because a couple years ago, my brother-in-law went to California. I have a bunch of friends, a bunch of Filipino friends that I grew up with, and
Let me get
you know, they're from San Diego, Long Beach, and stuff like that. So, but my brother-in-law went there. He's like, man, Jimmy, he's like, there's so many Asian women here. And I think he was in San Francisco. It was either San Francisco or San Diego. I want to say it was San Francisco, but he's like, man, he's like, you love it over here, Jamie. This is before I was
Tell them how you start to liking Asian girls, babe.
She always made me embarrass myself.
That's fine. It was kind of funny story though. Tell them, babe.
All right, I'll tell you this real quick.
how
If I say something so embarrassing like this, you gotta give some embarrassing info on YouTube.
That's fine. It was so funny. I was just asking him. Well, I heard these stories many times before, so I was just wondering how he ended up liking. So he ended up
Like an Asian girl.
liking Asian girls. Yeah. So his mom telling me the story, his brother telling me the story, everybody telling me the story. So go ahead.
I think I was about 4.5 or 5 years old. And back in the day, before internet and before all this stuff, when cable was like this little white box, and it had a little triangle, and it was like a little light, and you used to press it, and it only had like 24 channels. I'm telling my age here. HBO, there was a movie. They used to give you the booklet, let you know all the movies coming out. And there was a movie that was called My Champion. And it was a movie about this Japanese girl that was a runner that married this white guy. I think his name was Mickey. And I had
Go ahead.
there's they give you the little brochure of what's going to come out in HBO, like this month, this special movie comes out this time, so and so. So there's a little picture of them together, the white guy and the Japanese girl. And I'm like 4.5, 5, so I think she's Chinese. So I was like looking at the picture. I was like looking at the picture of her, like mesmerized because she was so beautiful. And I would sit there
on the kitchen table.
Yeah. And I was in the living room, and I was on the couch looking at it. And I just wouldn't move for like 30 minutes. I was like spellbound, mesmerized by her, like sitting there almost ready to cry. My dad turned around like, boy, what are you looking at? Like, what's wrong with you? He took the magazine away, and I don't know if I cried or not. That was so bad it hurt.
Then what did your mom say?
I told my mom, I said, I'm gonna marry me a white Chinese. So I had seen the movie though, and that was my introduction to Asian culture, and she was actually Japanese, and it's so funny, man. So basically, that was the seed that was planted in me, and from then on, I was in love with Asian women. After watching that, that's all it took,
So be careful when you're planting a seed.
Yeah. All right, so that's my embarrassing story to tell.
Yeah, but he switched out, first Chinese and then go to Korean and then Japanese and go back to Chinese again. Is that what it is, Bobby?
No, what happened was growing up in the 80s, with all the Chinese kung fu movies, it was, you watch Chinese kung fu movies, and so I love the Chinese women. And then in the 80s also growing up watching like Transformers, Robotech, Battle of the Planet. There's all that Japanese animation when I was young, so I was a Japanese girl, so I was always watching anime at a young age. So I liked all Asian women, but since I was watching more Japanese at the time, more sci-fi shows, and things like that. I was starting to learn Japanese. It was a lot easier than Chinese, but I didn't pick back up my Chinese love until about 1995, and then I started learning Chinese. But white Chinese. Oh, and for the record, I actually do have that movie on VHS. I got my friend David who's going to come over to convert it for me to DVD. And a couple years ago, I showed it to my brother and David. We sat down and watched it. We're like, this is the movie that inspired the love for Asian women. And we were laughing our tails off how that movie. Actually, I think I got it on my phone.
David is his friend.
They know who David is. He's like in every video.
Well, who knows for people?
Whoever don't know, I have my Puerto Rican friend, David. We were friends since 7th grade. So I've known him a long time.
Yeah. No. Probably gonna say same thing as me, brother. When I was a kid watching Kung Fu movies, I was always smiling when the Asian chick came on screen. Oh, else it planted.
Exactly. And that's what we getting brothers. They be seeing that false illusion. And they're like, wow, they're so soft-spoken and humble. And then
No, you haven't seen the mean one yet.
I'm sure they have, but
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And then it got to the point when I was getting back into Chinese movies back in 1995. Like, I was on a Chinese rampage. I mean, I was like going to Chinese restaurants, ordering Chinese food, and I just wanted to hear the Asian girls speak Mandarin. And I could tell when they always spoke a different dialect outside of Mandarin, like when they were speaking their own local dialect or whatever, and when they were speaking Mandarin. And so I loved it, man. I would just watch YouTube videos. I just wanted to hear them speak because I thought it was so cute. And they're like, Laila, Laila.
Were you ever in the military, brother?
No. Everyone, even from back in the day before I was married, thought I was in the military. I'm older now, so, how it is when your hair kind of recedes when you get older. But back then, I had braids and everything. But when around 2096, I started working out. Because naturally growing up, I was a lot skinnier and slimmer. And I was always into martial arts and everything. But when I started getting into bodybuilding and stuff, around 99, so I started working out. And in 2001, I started gaining weight. And I went from, because I was real slim, I was 160 pounds. Then I went up to 170 and then stopped working out. And started working and started eating habit and then got fat. And then I went off and lost it. And then I was slimming out again. Then I was dating her. And then I got married. Then I got fat again.
You always blaming on the food.
All right, here's the thing. I'm not blaming her.
Yes, he's always saying it.
A little bit.
No.
No.
I'm not putting the food in his mouth.
Now check this out. This is the truth. This is what happened. When she first came here, she is so Asian.
I mean, what do you expect?
No, I mean, to me, it was flattering. I got everything that I always wanted and then some. It was like, all right, you're dating somebody and you're like, hey, you hungry? She's like, no, I'm hungry. Go ahead and eat. You're like, all right, I'm going to go ahead and eat this. And sometimes, you want to eat together. So she'd be like, are you hungry? I'm like, oh, no, I'm not hungry. I was like, go ahead and eat. No. I'm not going to eat until you eat. I was like, no, I'm not hungry right now. Just go ahead and eat. I'll eat later. No, then I'm not going to eat. So I'm like, is this girl really not going to eat? So I'm like, I don't want this girl to starve and die and I get blamed for it. So I would begin to eat with her at the times that I wasn't hungry, just so she would eat, and she's real stubborn. No, I'm not going to eat unless you're there. So it was kind of funny. So then if you look at my older videos, I have a bunch I haven't posted up. In 2010, I was a lot slimmer because I was only eating when I wanted to eat.
He only eats Taco Bell and
but
ramen noodles and
I was eating more than that.
hamburgers and stuff
I was
like
eating more than that.
Oh.
My stomach's growling.
And he loved boiled eggs.
Yeah, but back then I wasn't eating boiled eggs until that's something when we're married because you make boiled eggs all the time, so I'm always eating them. But anyway, so I got used to eating when I wasn't hungry, and then when we got married, our parents used to laugh with our sister and say, you guys are going to starve because none of y'all know how to cook. And then she went online, she started trying stuff and putting recipes together. And man, did she have a gift to cook. guess sister girl can throw down. And my mom would show her dishes, and she'd make it just like my mom. And her cooking, I can't get her to stop cooking now. She won't get out of the kitchen, and you wonder like why I keep fluctuating. She'll cook something new, and if I don't eat it, I ain't gonna hear the end until I try it. Here, babe, try this. I was like, no, babe, try this. I have to try it. I have to eat it. Otherwise, she's gonna get mad. She thinks you don't like my cooking. It's like, babe, obviously I like your cooking stuff. Fat, I'm getting off of it. But yeah. So that's just a funny thing.
Brown can say Asian girls have that phantom tongue. I experience it. Like I say, go to San Francisco. Yeah.
Yeah. And unfortunately, different states and different portions, different attitudes. People in New York act differently from people in Florida. People from Florida talk to people in New York, they probably think they get attitudes because, the way they talk and how direct and blunt they are.
Yeah.
And, Southern hospitality, sometimes it can be clash, but you just got to learn how to talk to people. So, yeah. So those are some of our funny tales of food. But now, man, she spoils my family because they'll come over and she'll cook for them, and friends will come over and cook for them, and you can't get them out of the house. You see them texting us, we're coming over, they want to eat. So I'm like, you spoil my family now, they're going to expect you to cook. Well, and when they come over here, oh, you already have to eat. Oh, mama, I make this for you. I make this. And I've been married to her for 5 years, and I don't even ask her to cook for me. I think since we've been married, how many times have I asked you to cook for me? Maybe 6 times. Something specific where I said, babe, can you make me some so-and-so? Well, I literally said, babe, can you make me so-and-so? I hardly ever do it because she's always in the kitchen. When we're done with this, she's going back in the kitchen. She wants to get off now so she can go in the kitchen. So she's laughing. I can't get her out of the kitchen. And we got some friends who are coming over to watch some movies. So
it's actually your brother and your friend.
Yeah. All right, let's see, who is this?
Well, the thing is, if we don't cook, then we don't really have nothing to eat, and we end up eating junk food, and I don't like that.
Also on what's that app?
What, Periscope?
No, not Periscope. The one with the food.
Pinterest.
Yeah, Pinterest.
Well, I'm not really active in there.
She's not really active on the Pinterest app, but there's probably, I don't know how many photos she's got. She's got tons of food that she needs to upload on the app so you guys can see all the dishes she makes. The one she has uploaded now, I'm like, what is this, man? This is embarrassment. This isn't even half of the good stuff. She has a lot of photos we need to upload so you guys can check it out. And I could probably create a cooking channel with just her cooking, and it'll probably blow up, so she's definitely good. So if you ever come over, cook for you. All right, so it looks like that's pretty much all the questions. If you guys have anything else, do you want to ask us?
Just shoot us an email. Can your wife tell me what do you think of Chinese food in Chinese restaurant in the USA compared to real Chinese food? Okay. The thing is, most of the Chinese restaurant over here is, it's totally different. Well, not like 100% different. It's just different. It's funny because over here, if you go to this Chinese restaurant and that Chinese restaurant, or this block or that block, it tastes almost like the same, and what they serve also is like the same type. So it's like maybe egg foo young or whatever. But if we go to Asia, they're just like hundreds of varieties. But I don't blame them over here because over there is Asia. Of course, the Asian people, and then cater to Asian people, and they have a lot of different ways to cook it. But over here, it's like a, what do you call it, a franchise of Chinese restaurant. So if you go to Chinese restaurant, this one, you expect them to cook, what do you call it, beef and broccoli, and you go to the other Chinese restaurant to cook beef and broccoli, you're gonna end up with the same taste and almost the same thing. But in Asia, maybe you'll have a different thing, because maybe this restaurant serve different things and that restaurant serve different thing, and the taste wise is also different, the way they cook it and whatever. It's just maybe more served to the taste bud of the people here, which I don't blame. the metal, I mean, it's good too. I get used to it and I like it. But of course, if you want to compare, I mean, over there, back home, they have tons of variety. Tons of variety. And apparently, I live in part of America which don't really have a lot of Chinese restaurant. Not like maybe if you go to California or SF, maybe you can find Chinese restaurant at every corner, and then you have dim sum and all that.
Well, I mean, we have
stuff.
Chinese restaurants at every corner here, but it's like certain different places target different things. I would say, like maybe in California, because of the larger Asian population in a populated area, they're going to be bringing over more varieties of dishes, like
No, I was
Chinatown and stuff like that.
I was saying like not the Chinese restaurant that has the taste like the American taste Chinese. I was saying like the Chinese restaurant with the real Chinese taste, the way they cook it or whatever. See, acting silly. See you guys next time. Okay, Brawlicon. See you guys next. Thanks for joining in. Thanks for asking questions.
Yeah, and I'm sorry to everybody that's gonna watch this in a replay that missed the live thing again. But if you follow me on Twitter, I sent out a tweet stating that we're gonna go live in like 30 minutes. It actually went over a little, so
yeah, I understand that some people also working. Probably.
Yeah, I know today's a holiday. I think most people are off, but some people are working, so they'll probably check this out later. So if you're watching this later on, leave your comment. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram, and you can see next time we plan on doing this. But I wanted to sit down and actually talk to you guys today, unlike yesterday, because it was pretty hectic. So we got more videos on the way, and is there anything else you want to say? If you haven't subscribed to our channel, go ahead and subscribe to our channel. If you have some videos that you're vlogging with you and your spouse, your girlfriend, and you want us to check out, shoot us an email. We'll check out your channel as long as it's clean and decent. But, when I get on people's channels and there's all kind of crazy, weird, perverted stuff, I'm not going to watch it. There's some strange people out there. So I just want to thank everybody for tuning in today for the Q&A. God bless. God bless America. God bless Iron Man. All right. Until next time. Talk to you guys later. Peace out.